Hurrian mythology reflects the polytheistic religious beliefs of the Hurrian people, who lived in the Near East during the Bronze Age. Spread across a vast region, the Hurrians incorporated local traditions into their own belief systems. Their mythology significantly influenced neighboring cultures, particularly the Hittites, starting from the 14th century BCE. Evidence of this influence can be observed in Hittite religious sites, such as the Yazılıkaya sanctuary, where Hurrian deities were depicted in rock carvings. The Hurrian religion was shaped by blending native ideas with those of neighboring cultures, including Mesopotamian, Sumerian Akkadian, and Syrian Semitic traditions. Over time, the Hurrians absorbed numerous foreign deities into their pantheon, adapting them to their own cultural context. Hurrian priests often emulated Mesopotamian religious texts and practices, enriching their mythology with borrowed elements while giving them distinct Hurrian characteristics. Interestingly, Hurrian deities were often referred to by descriptive epithets rather than proper names, such as allani, lady, or mušuni, just ruler. Their names also occasionally included suffixes like by and li, indicating regional or local affiliations. Aryan influences can also be detected in the etymology of certain divine names. Dualities were a recurring theme in Hurrian mythology. Some gods appeared as pairs, symbolizing complementary aspects of their nature. These dualities extended to natural elements, such as earth and sky, mountains and rivers. Even sacred objects, such as Hepat's throne and bed, were venerated and offered sacrifices. Despite their divine status, Hurrian gods were not omnipotent. Their powers were limited to specific domains, and myths often depicted them exhibiting human-like emotions such as fear, as seen in the Kumarbi cycle. The Hurrians originated from the Caucasus and migrated to northern Mesopotamia and northern Syria, where they adapted their religious practices to local customs. This cultural exchange led to the renaming of many Hurrian gods with Mesopotamian or Syrian names. Over time, the nature and roles of these deities evolved, often reflecting the characteristics of their foreign counterparts. Regional variations in Hurrian religion were prominent, with distinct differences between Eastern and Western Hurrian practices. Key religious centers, such as Halab, Aleppo, played a crucial role in disseminating Hurrian beliefs to places like Ugarit and Hattusa. The city of Halab, for example, was central to the veneration of the storm god Teshub and his family. The Hurrian pantheon featured numerous deities, many of whom were associated with Mesopotamian and Syrian counterparts. Key Hurrian gods included Teshub, the storm god and king of the gods; Hepat, Teshub's wife and a mother goddess, often linked with Syrian deities; Shashka, a goddess of love and war, syncretized with the Mesopotamian goddess Inanna, Ishtar; Kumarbi, the god of fertility and Teshub's father, central to many myths; Khushu, the moon god, equivalent to Mesopotamian Sin; Shemegi, the sun god, linked to Mesopotamian Shamash; Ashara, a goddess associated with oaths and justice. Hurrian mythology also included dual or paired deities, such as Hepat and her son Shuruma, who were often worshipped as a unit. Hurrian mythology is best known for the Kumarbi cycle, a series of myths detailing the struggle for supremacy among the gods. These myths bear similarities to the Ugaritic Ball cycle and likely influenced later Greek mythology, particularly Hesiod's Theogony. The Kumarbi cycle begins with the kingship in heaven myth, describing the succession of divine rulers, Alalu, Anu, and Kumarbi. The narrative then focuses on Kumarbi's attempts to overthrow Teshub by creating powerful adversaries such as the water dragon Hedamu and the stone giant Alikumi. Other Hurrian myths include the story of Apu and his sons, right and wrong, and tales involving the youthful sun god interacting with mortals. These stories reveal a blend of heroic and moralistic themes. In Hurrian cosmology, the earth and sky were treated as deities but were not anthropomorphized. According to myth, they were separated by the giant Ubelori, who supported the heavens on his shoulders. This imagery is also reflected in the Yazılıkaya sanctuary, where two bull men are depicted holding up the sky. The Hurrians built temples and sanctuaries dedicated to their gods, with prominent centers in Kizzuwatna, Harran, and Urkesh. Sacred symbols, such as Teshub's weapons and Hepat's bed, were venerated and used in rituals. Unlike Mesopotamian and Egyptian religions, Hurrian deities did not have fixed, house temples, and their cult practices were more decentralized. Magic and divination played a significant role in Hurrian religious life. Practices such as hepatoscopy, examining the liver of sacrificial animals, were central to their divination rituals and were later adopted by the Hittites. Rain-making ceremonies were also significant, reflecting the importance of agriculture in Hurrian society. The Hurrian religion had a profound impact on the Hittites, as evidenced by bilingual Hittite Hurrian texts and the integration of Hurrian deities into the Hittite pantheon. Rituals from Kizzuwatna, a region influenced by both Hurrian and Luwian cultures, were particularly influential in shaping Hittite magical and healing practices. Hurrian mythology provides a fascinating glimpse into the interplay of cultures in the ancient Near East. While much of their religious system remains fragmented, the surviving myths, inscriptions, and archaeological findings illuminate the rich and complex nature of their beliefs. Sites like Yazılıkaya and texts from Hattusa and Ugarit serve as enduring testaments to the Hurrian influence on the broader Bronze Age world. Let me know if you'd like any additional details or sections.